What's going on, guys? Got a pretty cool video for you today. We're going to find out how good a team of all EA Sports NHL cover athletes would be. As you can see here, pretty high rating, 97 overall. Now, there are some positions we actually don't have enough of. I think there's only like 3 defensemen on the team, but the rest of the team is so good, I think it should be okay. So, as you guys can see there, the Central NHL covers the name. I was hoping you could use Electronic Arts as one of the city names. Unfortunately, it's not there. So, obviously, NHL covers the team name there. Play-by-play name is Elite. There was really nothing like Electronic Arts, covers, and even NHL wasn't even an option. NHL cover arena, all that stuff. That really doesn't matter too much as we're not doing like an own mode or anything like that. Logo, obviously, pretty simply is just the EA Sports logo. Made sure to use like the authentic colors as we are doing the EA Sports NHL cover athletes. There's no 2K cover athletes on this team except for actually Ovechkin. He was on the 07 EA NHL cover as well as the 2K10 cover, I believe, so that's kind of cool. I'll also give you guys a quick look at the 2 team uniforms. Didn't spend too much time on them, so they're not, anything crazy. Right there is the home. And of course, next year we have the away. And for the franchise sim, guys, let me stop you out the Vancouver Canucks. They're actually tied with Ottawa for being the lowest rated team in the game, both 87 overalls. Also, if you didn't know, where the NHL game is made is in Burnaby, which is about 30 minutes from Vancouver. That is EA's headquarters, so makes sense for us to, take over that spot. Obviously, 97 overall team. You can see top players there, McDavid, Ovechkin, and Kane. This team should have a very good shot at the Stanley Cup. Like I said, though, we are short a few defensemen. I don't think it'll matter too much. And looking at our division here, you can see we're the best team by far. Next highest rated team there is San Jose at 92 overall, 5 below us. So I feel like we also should be the division favorites, but we'll see what happens. And no surprise here, guys. Team status is champion. Like I was saying, the team is pretty stacked throughout. A bunch of first overall picks, superstars, you name it. So first line there's actually all first overall picks. We got Alex Ovechkin, Connor McDavid, and Patrick Kane. Kane, of course, was on the cover of NHL 10, McDavid NHL 18 last year, and then Ovi NHL 7 after his rookie year. And NHL 7 is actually the oldest game we're using for this cover team, as we're also using some like European covers and stuff like that. And like I was saying, all first overall picks are on that first line, pretty sick. Second line here we have Tarasenko, obviously NHL 17 cover. Giroux there, NHL 13, and then Stamkos, NHL 12. I actually moved Stamkos to the wing, and I mean, he actually plays probably even better as a winger, being a playmaker with 6 shot on him. Third line here we have Line. He was actually on the Finland cover for NHL 19 this year's game. Backstrom here was on the Swedish cover for NHL 10, and then Nylander, just like Line, was the Swedish cover for NHL 19. So I thought it'd be pretty cool to play them on the same line. Also, it's like a Scandinavian line. And then fourth line here you got Niederreiter. He was actually on the Swiss cover of 3 different NHL games, 15, 17, 18, I think. Mikko Koivu here in the middle. He was on the Finnish cover of NHL 10, so the same one as Backstrom. And then also on the NHL 10 cover, but the Danish version was Mikkel Bodker. So I thought that was pretty cool. Obviously, forward group there is pretty stacked. I mean, you really can't get better than this. Also, too, when I built this team, I noticed we were $50 million over the salary cap. So you look at like Ovi's contract here, he's making 5.5, McDavid's 7. Their contracts are all quite a bit lower. I'd say about half on average. Obviously, this team could never be real, but that's why we're doing it in-game here. So defense, like I mentioned before, we actually only have 3 real defensemen. So because we only have 3 defensemen, I decided to balance it out and go like 1 D-man and 1 forward on each pair. So the first one here, we have Bergeron, obviously NHL 15 cover boy, paired up with Yossi. He was on the Swiss cover for, I think, NHL 14 and 15. Also, too, Bergeron, obviously the best faceoffs in the game at 95, but we have enough good centermen. We don't really need him at center. Plus, his defensive stats are insane. Like, they're better than a lot of D-men. 94 D awareness, 90 shot block, 95 stick check. I think he'll do fine as a defenseman. Second pair here, Subban, obviously on the cover of this year's game, with Jonathan Toews there, who's on 2 covers. I think he's the only one that's been on 2 covers, at least of, like, the modern era. That being NHL 11 and NHL 16. And also, kind of like Bergeron, some really good defensive stats. I think in HUD, a lot of people actually use both Bergeron and Toews on defense. And then third pair here, you have Dion Phaneuf, lowest rated player by far. Obviously, he was on the cover of NHL 09. I think that was after his rookie year. If it wasn't his rookie year, it was definitely still like when he was on an entry-level deal. And he just like hit a bunch of people that year. I don't know, fan favorite, I guess. And paired up with him, we actually have Eric Stahl. Now, he's a decent defenseman as well. 89 D awareness there, 81 shot block, 88 stick check. And he was on the NHL 08 cover. Fun fact, NHL 08's I think the only NHL game I haven't owned since NHL 03. I think it was because I had like a Wii or something. I remember like I was transitioning through consoles, and I don't think NHL, that year at least, was available for the console I owned. Now going on to goalies here, they're both like European covers. So Henrik Lundqvist, we do get a good starting goaltender, which is nice. 88 overall there. And he was on the Swedish cover for NHL 07, so I guess he's like tied with Ovechkin for like the oldest game cover. And then backing him up here, we have Jonas Hiller. He was actually on the Swiss cover of NHL 12. Another thing I noticed while doing this is that the Swiss get way more special covers than any other country. They're actually the only country who's had one since NHL 11 until this year, when Finland got Line and Nylander got Sweden. So thought that was kind of cool. Also, I'll show you guys these special teams here real quick. So the first power play unit is unreal. Like, I don't know how that doesn't just score at least 50% of the time. Even the second one there, like, I don't know how anyone's stopping that. And I went through and checked all the other ones too, just making sure we have like all the best players out there. Obviously going with Bergeron and Taze as the two forwards on the 3-man penalty kill. Like, we pretty much have the best players for every situation, whether it be a power play, penalty kill, whatever. I know too, like, originally they had Phaneuf on the 4-man power play, so made sure to fix that. That's why sometimes you gotta go in, edit the lines yourself. Best lines aren't always the best option. Also here I'll show you guys the stats for offense, defense, and goaltending. Obviously our offense is absolutely stacked. You can see right there, 100 offense. Defense, even with 3 forwards, is still 97. And then goaltending there, even with Hiller as the backup, is still 92. So very, very good team. And obviously McDavid, our highest rated player, doesn't look too bad in that EA Sports NHL cover jersey, whatever you want to call it. Kind of crazy too how Crosby's never been on the cover. And I think he probably will never be, because for every reason he just doesn't want to be on the cover. I don't know. I mean, he plays games. I've seen like clips of him playing PUBG and stuff, but for some reason, just not a fan of the NHL series. I don't know. But anyway, guys, we're going to get into the sim now, see how well this team does. Like I said, they should be Stanley Cup bound. Let's go find out how they do. Alright, guys, so check this out. We're now at the trade deadline here. Record of 40, 21, and 1. Honestly, I thought we'd be even better than that when you look at the roster. But sometimes just the sim doesn't go your way. Back in like November here, yeah, we lost, I don't know what it was, 5, 6, 7 of 8 or something like that. I don't know what was going on, but luckily we bounced back in January. I think we had like a 10-game win streak. It looks like too we're just clutching overtime and the shootout. You can see there a couple shootout wins. Like, we only have 1 OT loss, so if we go to overtime or the shootout, usually we're winning it, which makes sense. Just best players are out there. So Ovi right now, 56 points. I mean, Ovi always has a ton of goals. How he only has 56 points on our team, playing with Kane and McDavid, I have no idea. Currently, though, first in the division, tied there with San Jose. Both have 81. So I'll finish off the next month and a half here. Sometimes the sim just makes no sense to me. I've even like increased scoring and lowered goalie attributes to try and, you know, boost scoring in these sims, and it's still not working. We're now at the end of the season here. Finished the record of 51, 28, and 3. So what is that, 105 points? Not too bad. Like I said, though, I honestly thought this team would do even better. Maybe, though, Hiller isn't the greatest backup, so his games maybe we lost more of. We did finish first in the division there, 105 points. LA, only a point behind us. That's kind of ridiculous. The worst team in the Pacific in real life finishes just behind us, and our team is insane. Ovi there, only 74 points. I'm honestly surprised. Especially, too, that means he's our leading scorer. How this team doesn't have, like, at least 3 guys with 100 points, I have no idea. McDavid there, though, 72. Kane, 71. So all 3 were 70 plus, but that line should have 100 plus each. Like, it makes no sense. Line A, 69, though. That's pretty good for a third liner. 33 goals, 33 assists. He actually had more points than everyone on the second line, so that's kind of nuts. Backstrom there, also on the third line, 65. So third line did better than the second. Then here's the second line, though. Giroux, Tarasenko, Stamkos. Nylander there at 41. He grew by 1 as well. Subban for D-man's not doing too bad. Same with Bergeron. Obviously, like, pretty offensive defensive if you have a forward. No surprise either. Phaneuf, lowest scoring player there, 7 points. So check Lundqvist here, see how he did. 70 games played, so he did play most of it. 48 and 20. 2 OT losses. 7 shutouts, pretty good. .924 save percentage. 2.07 goals against. Those are pretty good stats. Maybe he has a chance with the Vezina. Hiller here, so yeah, he did have a negative record, even with the team in front of him. 4 and 9, less than .9 save percentage, almost 3 goals against. Even for a backup, those really aren't the greatest numbers. And now we're going to check here and see who the leading scorer was in the entire league. So it's Ovechkin on Washington with 90 points. I wonder if there's any other player that we had on our team. Tarasenko on St. Louis also has more than our Tarasenko. What the heck? Patty Kane on Chicago. Like, the players on our team, Line A on Winnipeg also outscored our Line A. Like, it makes no sense. Bergeron as well, 74. I mean, he was playing first line center for the Bruins opposed to ours, who was on defense, but, like, our first line at least, all playing together, should have outscored lines that weren't as stacked. I just don't understand it. So I'll get started here with the playoff sim. Hopefully this team can win the Stanley Cup. We'll see who we're matched up with here in the first round. Really, it shouldn't matter if we get like the 3 best teams. St. Louis, I mean, they're not even making the playoffs in real life. They're pretty good though in game. We should be able to just sweep St. Louis, honestly. We'll see what happens though. So win the first one, 7-5 loss in the second. Not good for Lundqvist. Comes back with a shutout though, and then we win the next one. So I think we just have to win one of the next 3 here to close it out. And there we go. So beat St. Louis in 5. It's pretty good. Next round here, guys, we have the San Jose Sharks. Obviously, Carlson and Burns, Edward Vlasic. You could argue maybe they have better defense than us, but our forwards are the best ever to probably step on the ice. No way. We got beaten the second round by the San Jose Sharks. Are you kidding me? Our team with 100 offense, 97 defense. So we actually started out up 2-0. Then they tied it up 2-2. We won the 5th game, so we had the 3-2 lead. Just had to win one of the next 2. And lost both of them. Game 7 there, we actually lost in OT. I cannot believe that. I guess it just goes to show you need a well-rounded team. Although, I don't know, we have a well-rounded team, but you need guys in the proper position. I'm still pretty surprised that this team got knocked out second round. And check this out, guys. Draft results just came in. Arizona picking 1st overall, gonna get Jack Hughes. Edmonton 2nd there. Islanders 3rd. Imagine if Edmonton actually trades their 1st round pick unprotected, and they get one of the top 3 picks, get like Capo Caco or something. I could honestly see Shirley doing that. And check this out too. Minnesota Wild are the Stanley Cup champions this year. I don't think I've ever seen them win the cup in the first year sim. That's kind of crazy. Definitely a strange year. So we'll see their road to the cup here. They swept Dallas. Best of 7 with Winnipeg. Beat San Jose in 5. And then the Washington Capitals in 7. So the Capitals came 1 game away from back-to-back Stanley Cup champs. I still can't believe San Jose beat us in a best of 7 there, second round. Like, I feel like we kind of got robbed. Taking a look at our playoff stats as well, just to see like how we fell apart. Stamkos, there was a point per game, so not his fault. Same with McDavid. Tarasenko, Kane, Ovi, Bergeron, all putting up 9. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe did Lundqvist not play well? 7-3. I mean, he had less than 2 goals against in the playoffs. I don't know how he lost. We had guys contributing for the most part. Just a weird sim, I guess. Really, nothing else to say than that. So awards, you know, Minnesota won the Stanley Cup, Washington there, President's Trophy. And I actually totally forgot to see where we finished the regular season. So we had 105 points and didn't win the league. Washington there beat us out by 1 point. Jeez, just unlucky year. You know, missed out President's Trophy by a point. Knocked out playoff second round. Ovi there, Art Ross, and the Hart. So he's on our team, just not the Ovi that's winning. Carlson there, James Norris. Mitch Marner, Lady Bing. That's, you don't usually see that either. Svechnikov, Calder, that's very surprising. It's almost always Peterson. Dubnyk, Conn Smythe, obviously, probably a big reason why Minnesota won. Jake Allen with the Vezina. Also got the William Jennings. Bill Masterson there with the CC. Bergeron with the Selke. Unfortunately, not our Bergeron, even though literally play defense. I guess it is awarded to the forward who best excels in the defensive aspects, not the forward that plays defense literally, so that's alright. Ted Lindsay, the Washington Ovi, and then Maurice Richard also into the Washington Ovi. So, kind of sucks. We didn't get a single award there. Just a very, very weird sim. Honestly, I thought this team had a very good shot at the Stanley Cup. Like, I figured worst case scenario, we were in the Cup final. So can't believe we got knocked out second round. And the fact, too, like, the players, considering, like, they had all All-Stars playing with them, I thought they would have performed a lot better, too. But it is what it is. Maybe we just didn't have the team chemistry. Who knows? Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video either way. If you did, leave that thumbs up. Also, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. Thanks as always for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.